brings up one of the key components of CrossFit training. If you look at an athlete or a trainer and working with somebody over time or developing your own skills. And I think it's one of the, every good trainer does it well, and yet I think it's one of the most misunderstood philosophical components or theoretical components of what we do, and that's this technique versus intensity, and what the role is in pushing the envelope on all of these components, primarily through weight races, if you will, or CrossFit workouts. Can you explain a little bit of what is that mechanism going on where we push and correct and hold back?
It's a threshold phenomenon. It's much like a kind of the overload concept for also old Weider days, old fans of muscle and fitness. I'm taking a physiological parameter and I'm stressing it, and it's control. And both neurologically and muscularly, there's an adaptation, a response to that, and it's increased control at a reduced or same intensity. It's at the heart too of every human endeavor where velocity is a critical component, or speed of the movement is vital. And whether you're talking about thoracic surgery or typing or any motor sport, where going fast without crashing is inherently valuable. What you find is a tension between error in movement and much prized velocity. And that is, there's a normative component of accuracy for the thoracic surgeon. Beautiful microsutures, but it took you 3 hours and wasn't fast enough. You're racing motorcycles and you run into the hay, you went too fast, you lost control. In typing, it looks like a string of missed strokes, And no one has ever suggested in any endeavor that the best accuracy came about, the highest level proficiency came about by never testing the speed of the movement.
Right.
No one thinks that about typing, about surgery, about racing.
Yeah.
Nobody believes that.
Right. You have to push it.
You do. So, in shooting, same thing. And they call it, in shooting, it was referred to, we were taught by the Canadians, it was called threshold training.
Okay.
And what you do is you shoot faster and your pattern goes out. And now without going slower, bring it in.
Right.
And now we want you to go faster. What happens? Out it goes. Without slowing down, bring it in.
Right.
It's an essential tension because the final value is multivariate.
In the sense that you want stability and velocity and force, and you want the ability to do it all. And
I want to work at higher and higher power levels safely.
Right. So, but now let's talk about this mechanism. So you have a client come in. It's a new client, and he or she has some limit of their ability, right? And let's say it's an 8-minute Fran, and the last several reps were really kind of sketchy, but they were okay, but not great. Like no one would look at that and say that's solid movement, right? So now, really, your training is to develop increased abilities over time. To be able to, the ability to then reduce your Fran time, for example, or do more thrusters, or go from a 65-pound thruster to a 95-pound thruster, whatever the case may be. What is the mechanism? Why is this threshold training essential to all gains in human performance?
Yeah, it's because our workouts are both stimulus for remodeling of critical tissues like muscle and bone, just keep making them bigger and stronger. But we're also making them faster. We're increasing their power, their speed, their coordination, accuracy, agility, and balance. Which translates, those are empty words until you realize they mean jump higher,
right,
throw farther,
right,
hit harder.